Hey guys, welcome back. This video is going to be about depression, drugs, and alcohol. If you are suffering from any of these things, please seek help or counseling or rehab. These things are pretty much a downward spiral. In most cases, to suicide. You should never let these things get that far out of hand that it comes down to that. Now, I don't know if it's true or not, but I seem to think that sometimes depression can be hereditary. That it can be passed down from ancestral and generational ancestors. Drug and alcohol, I think it's pretty much, in my opinion, self-induced. I don't think that's hereditary. But, and again, some older people that I've seen that were alcoholics, their children, when they grew up, became the same way. So I'm not 100% sure on that. I don't know if it weakens the family line because someone is an alcoholic, and it makes certain members of the family susceptible. That's a possibility. I haven't done the research on that. I just know that depression, drugs, and alcohol, anything that's toxic, usually causes a downward spiral to suicide. And that's something that God frowns upon. He put you on this earth for a reason. And you are not supposed to take away the life that He gave you as a gift. Because life gets hard. You have to learn to deal with issues in a better situation, in a better way than drugs and alcohol or anything else that is toxic. If you suffer from depression, I would seek some form of counseling and talk to your doctor. Maybe they can put you on some kind of medication that would help you. There's all kinds of medication they advertise on TV nowadays. Drugs and alcohol, you would have to go to rehab, counseling, and probably therapy. There are some things that are passed down to future generations through the family bloodline. But everybody's family bloodline is different, so there's no way I could tell you exactly for sure which ones. I just know that depression, drugs, and alcohol is an everyday fight. Until you get strong enough that you can battle it on your own. Meaning you can handle being sober, drug-free, not depressed. I have seen people with depression that it gets so they refuse to get help so bad that it leads to suicide. And they do drugs and alcohol to cover up the pain, besides the depression, which makes it even worse. And that is not right. Suicide, how can I put this? Suicide is kind of a selfish act because you're only thinking of yourself and not those that love you, those around you. And drugging and alcoholing to cover up pain is never the solution. It becomes the problem. You start out with maybe pot, and you go to harsher things. You start drinking maybe a couple beers a week, till it goes to you drinking beers every day. So it goes to where you're drinking beers all day and all night, and you become an alcoholic. With drugs and alcohol, you're doing unfixable damage to your organs and your insides and your brain. Where people have been left vegetables for the rest of their lives, is that what you want? They've been put into like a vegetative state because of the drugs and alcohol? Is that what you want to do to yourself? Do you want to hurt your body so badly that you're going to have health problems for the rest of your life? All these things need to get under control. They need to be dealt with and healed. Whether God does it, you go through rehab, counseling, therapy, whatever. But left untreated, they cause destruction in your life. Do you really want to do that to the people around you, the people that love you? Because that's exactly what you're doing. What you do does not only affect you, it affects everyone around you. Especially drugs and alcohol. Because you will do anything to support that habit, no matter what it takes. A lot of people are losing families over it because their habit is so severe and they're causing so much pain and drama in people's lives that their families are turning their back on them. If you know someone who is depressed or on drugs or alcohol, I suggest you do a family intervention or a friend intervention. You get whatever it takes to get that person to see that they need help, to accept the help that they need, to deal with the issues and what's underlying underneath of it that's causing it. And to heal the problem. So that they won't have to deal with these issues ever again. Now you can go to God and you can ask God to help you with these issues and heal you of these issues. And if you're dead serious and don't ever plan on doing it again, then more than likely He will. But if you're going to turn around, you're going to go right back to it, He's not going to waste His time. All these things are lessons for us to learn while we are here on this planet. Depression is a lesson. Drugs is a lesson. Alcohol is addiction. Sex addiction is a lesson. Porn they're all that way. They're all a lesson for us to learn. Just like suicide is. People may not see it that way, but that's the way it is. Half the time, people that are on drugs and alcohol don't know what they're doing when they're under the influence. You're not able to make sound decisions. Your reflexes are off. You're more susceptible to anything and everything. Especially on this journey, you're susceptible to demons. When you are sober, you are less susceptible to these demons coming into your body. Depression is an entity. Drugs is an entity. Alcohol is an entity. There are a lot of things out there that are entities that need to be dealt with. They are also a lesson for you to learn from. But the only way you're going to learn is to kick the habit. Whatever it may be. I'm not saying it's going to be easy, but if you have people to support you, that would be better than nobody. If you go to rehab, counseling, and therapy, and are under doctor's care, you have a stronger chance of making it. Or God. Everything, pretty much everything in life is a lesson. Everything. Death of a loved one, suicide, depression, drugs, alcohol, whatever the case may be. There are lessons there for you to learn, and until you learn them, you're going to keep going through them. And then you have to heal it on your own. That's a lesson in itself. I have to end this here now because time has run out, so please like, share, subscribe, comment below, thumbs up, send your friends to the channel. You know what to do. I hope to see you again soon. Thanks. Bye. Get the help you need.